All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. My KS0 Ultras are arriving today. So I need to get everything set up to plug these bad boys in immediately because like I mentioned in the last video, I'm already a month behind. So I need to get these up and mining immediately because Kaspa hash rate is going through the roof. So basically these first few months are going to be key in trying to make my money back on this ASIC so that it can get into the profit going into year 2 of owning this thing. So where I'm planning on putting my KS0 Ultras is probably in this space or in this space, and I want them side by side so I can use one power supply to power the external fans I'm going to be using. So I obviously can't stick them there right now because they'll just fall through. So I need to cut some wood today in this video. I need to start my 3D printer up, and this thing's been collecting dust back here, so I might have to do some work on it to get it working, but I need to print the actual fan shroud because I am going to overclock these two KS0 Ultras, not in this video, but I am going to do it because I did some number crunching and it's basically a no-brainer that you should be overclocking your KS0 Ultras, especially now that a new firmware came out that makes it much less risky that you're gonna break or brick your KS0 Ultra. So let's go ahead and figure out where I'm gonna put these miners. So I went ahead and did some measuring. This little piece of wood is gonna work fine. I'm gonna stick it right here, but I'm going to need to move this rig over so that I can have 14.5 inches right here. And I think I should have enough space. I have a decent amount of room to scoot this over, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The one thing that's annoying about this setup I have is anytime I wanna go back there, I have to put a shirt over my camera because the alarm that watches the fan window is extremely loud, and every single time it scares the crap out of me. So I just throw a shirt over it so it doesn't bother me. Before I move that mining rig, let's take a look at what the power situation is gonna look like. Get our little piece of foam out of the way. So I'm planning on plugging my KS0 Ultras into this. Actually, no, I'm planning on plugging my KS0 Ultras into my PDU, into this bank. I forgot that I can just take these C13 cables and plug them into the power supply so that I can run them on 240 volts. So that should be no problem. The power will go into there. I need to get a bigger switch because I only have one port left right here, but I do have another switch that's behind this wall, so I'll just run another Ethernet cable through. So I have the Ethernet and the power situation settled. I do need to make sure that I have enough C13 cables. Let me check that real quick. I think I have 2 of them in here. Not that drawer. Yeah, okay, so we've got plenty of cables, that's good. And I'm gonna need to test these power supplies. I'll probably use this one because this will be utilizing this little guy. This will power the external fans that I'm eventually gonna add to blow through the in shroud to cool those GPUs. And the fans I'm planning on using are these guys right here. So let's take a look at these. These are kind of hard to find. I got these in a bulk deal, but they are the Lee, basically brushless high-speed fans. They're pretty loud, but the good thing about this little thing is you can twist this right here and adjust the speed of the fans. And you can plug up to 8 fans into this, and it's powered by a 6-pin. So basically we'll have our PSU, we'll have one cord going into that, and then that cord will go into here and power our fans. That will go into the shrouds that I'm gonna 3D print, and I'll do that shortly. All right, let's go ahead and see if this fits. Looks good. You can tell it's a little warped, so I'm just gonna put a couple drywall screws into it to hold it down. It's also not a bad idea just so that there's no movement with the rigs on it. I would hate for them to all fall off. So that's in there good. This is another reason why I love some wooden frames. You basically screw shit on wherever you want without issue. So we now have our platform ready to hold a couple KS0s. So that's what it looks like. This card is a little bit close to that stud, but honestly that's plenty of room because there's so much airflow here. These rigs, I'm telling you guys, from this frame, these cards haven't gone above 45% fan speed in about a month, and it's the middle of July, easily getting into the 90s most days. This thing's been working amazing. So one other thing that I forgot to mention I need to do is I'm gonna have to adjust this foam piece. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it yet. I might just cut that whole chunk off, or I might make some custom holes for the KS0 fans. We'll see how that goes. But moving on, let's go ahead and start 3D printing these fan shrouds. Even though I'm not gonna do that immediately, it still doesn't hurt to get that process started since it's gonna take a few days to print. All right, guys, real quickly, I'll show you where I'm getting this file. It's thingiverse.com and it's 644110. I'll try to put this in the description if I can remember. So you download this, and I'm by no means a 3D printing expert, and I'm using, what is this software even called? Creality Slicer. And it defaulted to like this, but I think I'm gonna want to rotate this because I don't know how it's gonna print all these overhanging spots. So to rotate this, I believe I'm just gonna go to rotate, and then let's just try that. So now I don't have any red overhang areas, and I think this should be a little bit easier to print. I was hoping I would be able to do two at once, but it doesn't look like it. I'm only going to do one shroud per KS0. I'm not going to do one on each side. I think one fan blowing through is probably plenty of air. So I only need to print two of these. And let's go ahead and just slice this and see how everything looks. Give me some tips down below if I'm doing something wrong. I'm sure this Creality Slicer is probably not the best that you can do. And wow, it's going to take a day and 12 hours. So pretty long print, and I doubt it works the first time, but hopefully it does. So I'm gonna get this all saved, and then we'll head downstairs and start the printing. So I've got an Ender 3 Pro, and my main complaint with it is that I have to basically re-level it every single time I do a print. Regardless of how long it's been since I last did one, I basically have to re-level it every single time, and that's what definitely stops me from 3D printing more often than I do, is because I hate having to re-level this thing. So I normally just get a piece of paper and do it until I feel just a little bit of, or I feel a little bit of it getting caught, and then I just move it around and make sure that all sides are sort of the same resistance. All right, let's go ahead and try that. So I'm gonna start printing this thing and see how it looks. All right, honestly, it looks like it leveled pretty good. So we will just have to see how it turns out. One of the last things I wanna do before these arrive is just go ahead and get my power supplies and everything situated. So that right there, I won't need these two fans immediately, but I will go ahead and put that power supply there. I'll need one of these cables, a shorter one if I have one. I think these are all pretty long. That was too hard to do with one hand, so I went ahead and put two Ethernet cables. Short one that's going into the switch right there, and a longer one that's going into the switch back there. And then three power cables, one for the server PSU to power the fans, and two to power the actual KS0s themselves. And I'll probably need to do some cable management at some point. but I can still fit this back here, which if you haven't seen this before, this just takes that heat and makes sure it goes up and into the fan. But there's so much airflow that I'll probably don't even need that. So I'm gonna plug this in and let's make sure this PSU works. Okay. All right, should be good. And this works out good because I don't like this breakout board. It doesn't have a way to link to an ATX PSU or even a way to link to a separate server PSU. So this will be perfect as an independent solution to power the two fans on there. If you guys have a better way to do that with 4-pin fans, let me know, because my only concern is that for some reason my server PSU goes down and breaks, and then my KS0s are running overclocked without a fan, which would not be good. So let me know if you know a better solution for that. All right, at this point, I'm ready to get my KS0s. They're arriving in the mail within the next few hours. So when they get here, we'll open them up and we'll see how they look.